It started on a gray afternoon in Berlin, one of those damp, drizzly days where even the cobblestone streets seem to carry a kind of melancholy. Anna Gruber, the 26-year-old heiress of the legendary Gruber family estates, stepped out of her sleek black car and into a world she rarely visited, an orphanage on the east side of the city. She was dressed in a pristine white coat, her hair tied neatly back, exuding a kind of effortless wealth. To most of the world, she was untouchable, beautiful, educated, engaged to one of Germany's most eligible bachelors, and heir to a fortune built over 5 generations. But Anna wasn't there for appearances. She had made a promise to herself, one act of service every month. Today, it was helping organize a reading event for the children of the orphanage. What she didn't expect, what no amount of etiquette lessons or business school could have prepared her for, was the man sitting quietly in the corner of the main room, reading to a little girl with fiery red curls tucked beneath a wool hat. He looked out of place. Too rough around the edges to be a volunteer, too quiet to be a staff member. His jacket was worn, shoes scuffed, but there was something about the way he spoke to the child that stopped Anna mid-step. He read not with theatrical flair but with the gentle, patient voice of someone who understood sadness and wanted to protect someone from it. The little girl looked up at him with adoration. "Papa, why do the birds always come back?" He smiled, brushing a strand of hair from her forehead. "Because no matter how far they go, they remember where they're loved." Anna blinked. "Papa?" She felt her throat tighten. Something about the man. He didn't look German. His accent was unmistakably American, but the way he spoke, soft, measured German, told another story. Later, as Anna helped stack books and talk with the staff, she asked one of the caretakers about the man. "Oh, that's James," the older woman replied. "James O'Connor. He's not from here, no. Came over 3 years ago. His wife was German. She passed. Cancer. Tragic. He stayed for the little one. Works odd jobs, barely makes ends meet, but refuses to leave. Says this is her home." Anna felt something shift inside her. Curiosity. Compassion. Maybe a little guilt. She had everything: wealth, comfort, stability. He had almost nothing but had chosen to fight for a daughter in a foreign land. She decided to talk to him. She approached him by the window, where he sat with a cup of coffee, watching the children play. "You read very well," she said in German. He turned, polite but reserved. "Danke." She smiled. "Your accent. It's American?" "New York," he replied, switching to English. "Born and raised." "You?" "Berlin, all my life." "I'm Anna." "I know," he said quietly. She blinked. "You do?" He nodded. "You're on the board of the foundation that funds this place. Your family's name is on the wall outside." Something about his tone made her uneasy. Not rude, just honest. He wasn't impressed by her status. Wasn't trying to flatter her. That was new. Over the next hour, they spoke more. About his daughter, Emma. About how he'd fallen in love with a German exchange student in college, how they'd married, moved back when her mother got sick, how he'd lost her and promised their daughter he wouldn't let her lose Germany too. As he spoke, Anna felt her walls lower. James was not what she expected from a single dad. He was intelligent, funny in a quiet way, fiercely devoted, but he was tired. Worn down. Life had demanded too much from him, and he had given it without complaint. Then came the moment, the one that would become the turning point, the one no one would ever forget. Anna had stepped outside to take a call from her fiancé, who, as usual, was more concerned about the press release for their engagement than about where she actually was. Frustrated, she ended the call and turned to head back inside, but didn't realize James had followed Emma out for some fresh air. She muttered in German, under her breath, bitter and sharp. "No wonder my mother says he only loves the Gruber name. I could be anyone and he wouldn't know the difference." Then she froze. James was standing there. Emma, a few feet ahead, oblivious. She flushed with embarrassment. "I'm sorry. I didn't think." But James looked straight at her, no anger, just clarity in his voice. I understand every word you said. Silence. Thick. Cold. Anna's breath caught in her throat. He continued, his voice calm. I learned German for my wife. I stayed in Germany for my daughter. And I keep learning every day so she knows I'm not going anywhere. Anna didn't know what to say. For the first time, someone had seen right through her, and not just seen, but held up a mirror. She wasn't the elegant heiress now. She was just a woman who had forgotten her own power. Days passed. Then weeks. But she couldn't forget him. Couldn't forget how it felt to be spoken to with such truth. She went back to the orphanage again. And again. At first to save face. Then because she wanted to. Over time, their conversations deepened. James wasn't just raising a daughter, he was rebuilding his entire life. And slowly, piece by piece, she began to see her own in contrast. Her engagement? Hollow. Her family's fortune? A cage, gilded and cold. With James, everything felt real. The real turning point came on a snowy December evening. The orphanage hosted a winter celebration. Music, lights, food. Anna brought gifts. James brought Emma in a red coat 2 sizes too big, but her smile made up for it. There was laughter, dancing. Even James laughed until one of the donors made an offhand joke about immigrants and their freeloading. Before Anna could even speak, James took Emma's hand and quietly walked out. She ran after him. Please, she said. Don't go. He turned to her, eyes hard. You don't get it. I fight every day to stay afloat. To prove I belong. But I'll never be enough for people like that. She stepped forward. You're enough for Emma. And you're enough for me. That moment, raw, messy, honest, changed everything. She left her fiancé. Walked away from the merger that would have made her family billions. And the media had a field day. Heiress dumps billionaire fiancé for single father from New York. But Anna didn't care. For the first time in her life, she was free.